going to be the darkest area. But if you would have noticed, I'm starting to go over the waterfall, so it looks like the greenery is sort of in front of it going over, which also in turn pushes the waterfall back in a little bit. So what we're going to do is do a similar thing on this side, and then I'm going to give it a little bit of a rest, because I'm going to need to rest my eyes a little bit because of the glare from the light, which I can't avoid. It is straining my eyes because I'm trying so hard to see what I'm doing, and every now and then I actually have to look at the camera, you know, just to give my eyes a little bit of a break and to see where's it going. So anyhow, well, let's keep going. Do is leave this sit for a little bit. I'll give my eyes a rest, and then when I get back we will continue on it. So I will see you back shortly. Okay, so I've had my time away from it, and I actually started making some sourdough bread. So, yeah, beauty, yummy fresh bread coming up. But that's not what we're talking about here, right? Next stage. What I'm going to do, I'm actually going to put a little bit of the yellow ochre into the purple. Okay. Now, at this stage, I'm actually only going to do a little bit here and a little bit there. Okay, going back to our flat brush number 8. And I'm just going to pick up some of the yellow ochre and I'm going to start adding some of that in here. Now what I'm actually doing is I'm touching it very lightly, but I'm also sort of wiggling it around, okay? Just so that it sort of blends in a little bit. And every now and then you actually get a loose hair that decides to come out of your paintbrush, so just try and scoop it up and then you can just take it off and it's gone. Now I might actually switch to a smaller flat brush just to sort of do this area here. Actually, I might just keep working with it. Now, what I'm actually doing is, instead of pressing down with the edge, I'm actually going dead on. So the bristles actually sort of spread out a bit, and that's giving me the effects. So I'm going to go working with that because I wasn't really happy with the way the other way was working. So sometimes the brain doesn't function 100% in the heat, so Now this one is actually out of my acrylic paints because my one haven't really got the pointy bit anymore, but I need it in order to work on the rockery. Now what I might actually do is I might actually grab my chair so I can actually sit down to do it, because I find sometimes sitting down trying to do it instead of standing up trying to do it, it's kind of a little bit easier. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, now hopefully the camera will stop shaking on me. But okay, so I'm sitting down now. See, I'm sitting down, so you can only see my eyes. Look out, those eyes are watching you. No, not really. Okay, so what I'm going to do is the grey that we'd already put onto the rockery, I'm going to make it even lighter. And good thing is I'm not going to get my head in the way. Yeehaw! And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my lighter green. Hopefully I can do it with this particular brush. And I'm just going to flick a bit of greenery at the front. Just not really working with this brush. Oh dear. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop it right here because it's just one of those days, and I'll come back tomorrow and start all over again. Not all over, but continue where I've just left off, and we should have a much better day tomorrow, because that's the way I look at it. If today's not a good day, tomorrow's a better day. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Be sure to give us a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe and hit the bell notification so you get notified for more videos that are coming up. And yeah, let's look forward to tomorrow being a better day and getting a lot further with this painting. Bye for now.